Greetings to Dr. Bilal Galib and fellow classmates. My name is Rakesh Analaki Omantaram, metric number 280744. Today we from Group B7 would be presenting our business plan presentation summary to all of you. Our Group B7 consists of 6 members. Next, I would be explaining to all of you all about our executive summary. The company name that we chose was Laundry Lab and the type of business is laundry service. This is very much being similar and correlated to the tagline that we mentioned in our Laundry Lab logo. You leave it, we clean it. Laundry Lab is located at Shalam's Laundry. This is because we believe that this location is very much strategic to the laundry service business. A bit of background of our company, where Laundry Lab has 2 down floor shop lots and offers dual services. Now, what I meant by dual services is where we refer to the laundry service that we provide to our customers. Firstly, we have the self-service laundry and we have the paid service laundry. The reason why we chose this business is simply because of 2 main reasons. Firstly, we noticed that the people are very much busy with their daily life commitments until they don't even have time to do their laundry. Besides that, some could not even afford to buy washing machine since it's during the pandemic. Next, I will be presenting about the objective of the business plan we prepared. The first objective would be to understand and approach future investors who invest in our business. This is because we believe the investors are very important in our business. The second objective would be to determine the financial needs for the business, which would be influencing the future financial decisions. The third objective would be to evaluate the business performances continuously. Now I would be explaining about our company or business values. Our company or business values in our business would be consisting of 4 values. Firstly, we have the trust value, we have the responsibility value, we have the teamwork value, and we have the quality value. So that gives a total of 4 values. Now, our company applies the value of trust among our partners, employees, and even customers. This is because our employee gives more importance and care about the result or the value created by them. For an example, the customer service that we provide to our customers. Besides that, we also emphasize on the value of responsibility as we are being accountable, committed, and accept ownership decisions as whole decisions. Furthermore, we also practice the value of teamwork because we believe that completing tasks or work accurately on time by working in teams is better. And finally, we emphasize the value of quality as this is one of the most important values. Since we believe that we could improve the quality of our service provided from time to time by receiving feedbacks from our customers. Thank you.
The main purpose of our business is to earn profit by providing the laundry service to the customer. The profit earned will be used to cover the costs such as the administrative costs, the salary payments, the supply purchase, and the other costs. Besides that, the profit earned will be also used to pay the interest to the investor to expand our business and also to perform the corporate social responsibility. So here is our management team. We have Rakesh Analalaki Omantaram as our CEO, Nurul Nazwa binti Maharudin as our admin manager, Li Shushen as our financial manager, Sarvina Anak Perempuan Rajindran as our marketing manager, Yap Yiling as our R&D manager, and lastly, Heng Suyen as customer service manager. As the Chief Executive Officer, Rakesh needs to make major corporate decisions such as the location of laundry labs. Besides, he also needs to review all the financial and non-financial reports for the controlling purpose, and he also needs to plan for the business future to ensure business survival and growth. Nurul Najwa as our admin manager, her responsibility is to supervise day-to-day operations, manage the maintenance and repair of equipment and electrical and mechanical systems, as well as to monitor and procure the supplies such as detergents. Chu Shen as the financial manager, her responsibility is to distribute and allocate the financial resources to all the departments, produce the financial reports and budget, as well as analyze market trends and competitors. Sarvina as our marketing manager, her responsibility is to manage the promotion and positioning of business, to manage the design and production of promotional materials such as banner, and to look after the budget of the marketing department. Yiling as our research and development manager, she plays an important role to research and development new technology that can improve the efficiency of the washing machines, to prepare documents at all phases of research and development, and to look after the budget of the R&D department. Suyen as the customer service manager, she needs to communicate with customer, receive suggestions, comments and complaints from customer, and to provide solutions in order to ensure the satisfaction of the customer. The vision of Laundry Lab is to become a 24/7 ready-to-wash machine that provides the most dependable support to everyone at any time in every corner on a region map. There are 4 missions of Laundry Lab. First is to become the most reliable and exceptional laundry service company in Malaysia. Second, build a long-lasting relationship with customers and provide the highest level of services. Third, deliver a laundry solution to customers in a convenient way at reasonable price. And last but not least, is to offer superior service to customers every time they use our service.
Good morning, Doctor. I'm Li Tuxuan. I will continue to present the next part. A market analysis is a quantitative and qualitative assessment that examines the market size, various market segment, and the competition. Through market analysis, we can have better understanding about our customer, competitor, and also our company itself. Next, market segmentation. In simple words, each segment customer into groups that have similar interests, needs, and habits. The market are segmented into geography, demography, psychography, and behavioral. First, geography. Our shop is located at Shah Alam, Selangor. We have a high population growth in a growing development ranging from industrial to university. So we expect that our market will expand in the future. Second, demography. As our shop is located in Shah Alam, so all the residents in Shah Alam will be our potential customer. But our future value customer will come from the age 20 to 35 because they either have low income until they can't afford to buy a washing machine, or they have high income but they are too busy to do their laundry. Next, psychography. Since our targeted customers are all young adults, probably fast, convenient, and good quality service will be more preferable by them. And also, young people now are more prefer multitasking and relaxing shopping environment. Next, behavioral. Modern consumers are now more concerned about price, service quality, and satisfaction. They are not like to do research before they consuming and need to buy a service or a product. Next, here are some motives that prompt our customer to buy our service. First, people are not too busy to do their daily laundry, so because working overtime becomes their routine, so we believe that they are too lazy and tired to do their laundry after long working hours. Again, people nowadays are too busy to do their laundry. Thus, both near and convenient laundry service are important for them because we believe that they sure don't want to waste any time in searching a laundry service. Also, high availability laundry service, that is the laundry shop will open 24 hours and 7 days a week. will more preferable by them because they can do their laundry at any time. Also, one-stop laundry service from pick-up to delivery service will further save their time. Many families with low income can't afford to buy a washing machine, thus they are seeking laundry service with a reasonable price. Next, our supplier is TM Laundry Sdn Bhd located in Jalan Selangor. They offer various types of washing machine ironer. They offer 6 months of credit payment period and 2 years warranty claim period to us. We aim to create a strong relationship with them. Next, our competitor are Dobby Queen Malaysia and Bubble Lab Laundry Sdn Bhd. Dobby Queen provide a clean and safe environment to their customer because they clean their shop daily. And also they are at least 16 machines at each shop and they have a higher brand reputation and they provide 24-hour self-service to their customer. However, the charge for PR and delivery service are more expensive if compared to our charge. For Bubble Lab Laundry Sdn Bhd, they provide a bigger drum capacity, for example 27 kg washer, but they only offer 24-hour self-service toilet laundry. They also have a higher brand reputation compared to us. A barrier to entry is something that prevents or deters new users from entering the market. There are 4 types of barrier to entry, that is bigger, technical, strategy, and variety. In short, there are no barrier for a new laundry firm to enter the market because it is easy to get a license, no need high staff costs and high level of expertise, and do not require heavy advertising to entry. Last, current competitors may already have a certain level of brand loyalty, but they are not unattainable for the new firm as compared to the world brand. Next, mode of transaction. Customer can make payment through cash, MyDebit, Visa, Mastercard, and Touch and Go e-wallet, but only instant payment are accepted in our shop. Next, SWOT analysis is a compilation of company strength, weaknesses, opportunity, and threat. Our company strength are we can offer reasonable price and high quality service. For example, the highest charge for our delivery service is 23 ringgit per bag, but for our competitor, they charge from 23 per bag for the same service. High availability and door-to-door service provide high convenience to our customer. Also, we have regular promotional activity. And next, we have young and passionate management team and employee. And patient can boost creativity. This is our strength. And next, no cash flow will be tied up because of low labor cost, no receivable, and no inventory. So we can use it for another purpose. For example, we can set up new shop in other location in the future. The weaknesses is that we have a limited brand exposure and awareness, and this will affect our marketing and advertising activity effectiveness when launching a new service or product. Also, the effectiveness of this activity will be affected by limited capital for limited partner and our low burden and high utility bill. Next, we have the opportunity to franchise our brand and provide hybrid laundry business. Also, we can offer extra service in the future to increase our profit. Next, good revenue is expected in the rainy season as our shop provide a dryer machine. Next, high population growth in Shah Alam will expand our market size in future. The threat we are facing include competition with existing and future competitors because there are no barriers for a new firm to start a laundry business. And current competitors have several outlets throughout Malaysia, so they might have a bigger market share compared to our company. And since our shop open 24 hours a day, then we are exposed to vandalism case that might lead to high maintenance and repair fee. Next, high quality of water and stable water supply are required in laundry business. However, water disruption and water pollution often occurs in Selangor, so it is hard for us to promise that to our customer for a stable water supply and clean water. In short, SWOT analysis enable us to maximize our strength, seize our opportunity while minimizing the effect of our weaknesses and counteract our threat. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sharvina Rajendran. My matric number is 280246. Today I would like to present the strategy and implementation of our laundry lab service. Now I would like to explain marketing strategy. There are 4 strategies, which is service, price, place, and promotion. For service, the provision of high quality and safe washing facilities as well as great customer service and other service will be the primary driver of our laundry lab service. We would like to boost sales by providing easy handling washing machine and dryers. We are also provide massage chair to client to enhance our service. We attempt to improve our service such as ironing, hand washing, carpet cleaning and so on because they are different from other laundry service available in our neighborhood. Next strategy is price. Our price approach will be determined by what is currently on the market. Each service is provided at no additional cost, making it cheap for regular customer to do their laundry with us. As a result, it assists in attracting a larger number of important consumers to our laundry. As the phrase goes, a satisfied customer is the best strategy of all. This fantastic deal among customers may increase our laundry business. Another strategy is place. Place is everything when it comes to the ideal laundry business. As a result, we choose to situate our laundry lab in Shah Alam Selangor housing area. Shah Alam is a residential, industrial and educational neighborhood. To increase patronage and save money, we are providing customer drop-off and deliver washed items to customers. The final strategy is promotion. There are three ways. The first way is advertise our laundry service in the media social. A website with the laundry lab information is the best way to reach a potential customer. Other marketing methods can be used such as social networking website, television and radio commercial. Second way is prepare printer advertise. There are a lot of websites that could be used. Of course, printing postcard, flyer and other printed material is at the top of most people's to list. Final way is prepare presentation ad. A video clip will broadcast to increase people awareness. To create awareness and direct people to our laundry lab, we will also perform door-to-door advertise, distribute poster and use eye-catching handbills. Now I would like to explain sales forecast. I would like to show our estimate number of time service is used for 3 years. The total number of time service for the 3 years is 75,760. Next, I would like to show the estimate price of each service. Self auto laundry washer 10 ringgit, dryer 6 ringgit. Carpet cleaning for big 30 ringgit, small 18 ringgit. Dry clean 10 ringgit, ironing 4 ringgit, manual hand wash 3 ringgit. Finally, I would like to show the revenue table. The revenue for the year 2022 is 136,320. We can see clearly that each year the total revenue will increase. Finally, I would like to explain sales strategy. When a customer exhibits interest in our laundry service, our sales team will be employed a range of techniques to maintain the client's interest and ensure that contract is signed. First, we must identify our target market based on the region, price and customers in order to properly promote our business. Aside from that, we are establishing partnership and relationship with a variety of well-known organizations that are appropriate for our laundry in order to improve service quality. Maximizing the impact of gifting may convince people to come our laundry lab, especially if the present is regarded as a bargain. As an example, it prevents you of the customer's joy that accompanies a surprise present. We are also examining trends on the regular basis.
My name is Nurul Najwa binti Maharuddin, metric number 280675, and I will be continuing the presentation with the break-even analysis, statement of profit and loss, and also cash flow statement for the company. Laundry Lab is a service business and we offer multiple services to our customer. So we need to use the sales mix formula in order for us to get the break-even analysis for our company. Firstly, we determine the contribution margin for each services where we deduct the variable cost per unit of each services from its revenue. Next, we determine the sales mix ratio for each services. To get the sales mix, we divided the number of times the services is provided individually with the total number of services provided by all services for the year. The sum of all the ratio must be equal to 100%. And then, to find the weighted average contribution margin for the sales mix, we multiply contribution margin with the sales mix for each services, and we get a sum of weighted average contribution margin per unit, which is RM6.09. After that, we calculate the total unit of sales mix required to break even by dividing the total fixed cost with weighted average contribution margin per unit, and get the total break-even unit in terms of sales mix, that is 50,037.79 units. Since the one we calculated before is the total break-even in unit, we need to determine how many times each services should be provided to break even. So, we multiply the total break-even units by the sales mix ratio for each of the services. We also calculated the break-even point in terms of revenue. To get this, we multiply the individual break-even units with the services price. In total, we need to reach RM1,016.210 of revenue in order for our business to be able to cover all of our fixed expenses for the year. This calculation is made to prove that the total revenue at break-even is equal to total cost. As for the revenue, we take it from the break-even revenue, and for the variable cost, we multiply break-even unit with the variable cost per unit. Hence, we get the contribution margin, which is RM91,560, and we deduct it with the total fixed cost. We get a zero net income, which shows that we had reached the break-even at this point of revenue. This is the projected income statement for Laundry Lab for the year 2022. We predicted that we will be able to reach our break-even revenue for the first year of operating. Hence, the revenue from our main operation is RM116,211. We will also receive revenue from massage chair that is provided in our laundry area, and also revenue from the delivery services that we offered to our customers. Hence, we will get the net turnover of RM133,661. The revenue that we had gained are deducted with the variable cost, fixed costs that had been incurred for the year, and also deducted with the financial expenses that has been charged to our business. After deducting all costs, we get the earnings before tax amounting to RM31,970, and the income tax that is charged to us is 17%, which left us with a net profit of RM37,405 for the year 2022. For the cash flow statements, we adjusted the net income with the changes in net working capital and also depreciation to get an amount of negative RM6,387. After that, we adjusted with the cash flow from investment that refers to the fixed asset owned by the company. Next, we also adjusted the cash flow from financing, which is cash from equity and also cash from debt. At last, we were left with a negative cash flow at the end of the period, which is negative RM26,319.
Good days everyone, my name is Yap Yiling, number entry is 2799634. Now the slide are showing the balance sheet of the Laundry Lab in 2022. The total asset of Laundry Lab in 2022 is RM382,147, and the total liability is RM605,000. And the total liability is RM605,435. And the last one, the total owner equity and liability is RM1,804,861. Next, we will discuss the business radio. First is the current radio. The formula of the current radio is the current assets over by the current liabilities. In 2022, the current radio of the lab is 0.6908. The current radio is less than 1. It means that the company still cannot cover the current liabilities by the current asset. Next, the cash radio. The cash radio is cash over by the current liability. Based on the calculation, the cash radio of the lab is 0.4377 in 2022. The cash radio is less than 1, means that the debt of the company is greater than cash of the company. Next is the operating cash flow radio. The operating cash flow radio is the operating cash flow over by the current liability. In 2022, the lab have the operating cash flow radio with 0.031. It lower than 1, then this means the generate cash of the lab is in a period excess the cash cannot require to repay the current liability. the formula of the debt to equity ratio is total liability over shareholders' equity. In 2022, the ratio of the lab is 1.0091, means that the investor and the creditor have equal right to company assets. And the last one, debt ratio. Debt ratio is the total liability over the total assets. Based on the calculation, the lab have the debt ratio in 2022 is 1.5843, and that was a high debt ratio in 2022, means that a lot of debt is found by the asset of the lab. In the conclusion, every manager of the company should have the appropriate knowledge and skill to manage the entry business to the successful way. Thank you.